This is the story of Rolando, a man who lost his job in a Fortune 500 company. In this video, we will see two different reactions to this great loss. In the first case scenario, Rolando gets really depressed and has a hard time getting out of bed. He is now discouraged because he has not found a job in the last few months. His finances are under major threat. His wife and child are upset and fear they may run out of food, and even the cat has had to suffer from his lot. In the second scenario, Rolando was so sure he was depressed, but with the help of the therapist, came to realize that all he had was a deep sadness, but not depression. So Rolando feels sad and under pressure at this reversal of life, but he has not lost the clarity about who he is and the temporary condition of his circumstances. He is able to perform a reality check and realizes that this loss was not his fault. It was not because he is a failure, because he is not. He believes that something good will come out of all this. At least at this point, he tries not to allow the sadness of his circumstances to get a hold of him to the point of having him depressed.
Honey, please get up. You need to find a job.
What's the use? I'm tired. I've been to so many different places, and all the jobs that they are offering, they are below my expertise. I'm not going to do it.
Honey, please, we need money now. You will have to swallow your pride and take a minimum wage job if that's what it takes for us to get some food around here. Our pantry is empty and our life savings are almost completely drained.
You know what, honey? I'm sorry. I have certain standards. I went to school. I studied for 8 years at the university level, and I am not willing to take a minimum wage job.
Honey, please, you need to find a job. You understand I had to stay home and take care of Johnny. We are sick and tired of eating beans, bread, and pasta. Can you go apply to work at Taco Bell or something? At least we will have some good food around here.
No, I will not do that. Besides, I'm such a failure. They will probably start laughing at me once I get into the door.
You and Papa made El Gato scared, Mommy.
Oh, I'm sorry, Johnny. Daddy and I are both upset because there is not much money or food around here, but we will work something out.
I need to do something about this depression. Probably I will have to go and look at the therapist that my friend Mary was telling me about. Yeah, I think I will do that tomorrow.
What brings you in today, Rolando?
I am just always depressed at all times. I often cry myself to sleep, and I just keep thinking about the good old days.
I'm sorry, it sounds like you're going through a rough time right now. Tell me about what you're thinking and how you're feeling.
Well, I graduated from Harvard University, and I did a really good internship with a Fortune 500 company. The executives in the company told me that they were so impressed with my work that they told me that I could move to any big city in America they had a company in. I decided to move to Benton Harbor, Michigan, the hometown of my high school sweetheart, and I married right after high school. We've been married for 10 years, and we have a cute 5-year-old son. I bought a big house in the nicest part of town. I just kept working for the past 4 years. I figured that at the rate I was going, I might be able to retire by age 50. Then something tragic happened. 3 quarters in a row, the company has lost money because of the general money market of America, which was pulled down because of the economy and housing situation. I saw employees who did menial labor jobs go first, but it got so bad that they even let me go. Then, because of the economy, I couldn't find any work because of the limited amount of jobs in this area that is somewhat semi-rural. My wife never went to college, but I love her anyway, and she just wanted to stay at home and go to clubs at church and things of that nature for fun. I really thought we both had it made about a year ago, even though the company was going down financially even then. Today, and after 4 months of living without any work, I can tell you that sometimes I wish I hadn't bought such an expensive house, and I kind of regret the cars and the big television and fancy furniture. All that too. I haven't paid all off yet, and if I don't get a job soon, we might lose a lot more than our life savings. I feel bad that as long as I know all about investing money, and I should have had more money savvy and options to go by. But then again, who will ever buy a house if all you are thinking is that you will be laid off tomorrow?
That's right. It seems to me that you have a very clear picture of what's going on.
Yes, I have always had good grades, have made sound business decisions, and my family is just your regular loving American family. But now I am facing the most difficult times I have ever been through my life.
How does it feel to be in such a place of uncertainty, coupled with a sense of not accomplishment precisely right now, when you have always in the past experienced success?
Well, as the man that I am, my dad always taught me to take care of my family. Now that I have been fired, I am tempted to feel like a failure. If you were to ask me how I feel in a continuum of 1 to 10, I feel like a 5.
Wow, that tells me a lot. You must be feeling really down.
Yeah.
What would you like me to do for you today? How can I help you?
I hear that antidepressants help when you are depressed. Is it possible that you can recommend some of that for me?
Well, as a therapist, I cannot prescribe you medication, but if you're interested, I can assist you by assessing your situation and evaluating whether you have the need for medication or not. Would you like me to go ahead and do that?
Yes, Anna, I think I need your help.
Well, in that case, let me ask you a few questions. Have you been thinking about committing suicide at any point during this crisis?
No, I must tell you though, at times I hate life in the way I had been living lately. But I love my family, my wife, my son, even the cat. They mean so much to me, and that is why I hate not have the possibility of keeping them well fed and at the level of financial status we have gotten used to have.
Well, if I hear you correctly, then although you hate this situation you're in right now, it seems that you still love life and your family so much that this idea of committing suicide has not even crossed your mind. Am I correct?
You're absolutely correct.
Excellent. Now, can you tell me please, how is your sleep? Are you sleeping more than usual, or are you sleeping less than usual, or just about the same as usual?
Well, for a couple of days after they laid me off, I could not sleep hardly at all. But then I decided it was silly to worry that much and thought that what I needed was to organize my days in such a way that I could be very effectively looking for a job, and that was it. I have very productive days like that, and I end my days tired enough that I fall asleep with great ease.
That is excellent. I'm so glad to hear. Yeah, can you also tell me about your appetite?
Just as with my sleep, I was not too hungry for the first couple of days, but then I decided I will not allow my worry to rob me the pleasure of eating. People don't understand. My wife is the best cook in the world, and I am not going to miss the opportunity to enjoy her cooking.
It sounds like you feel so lucky to have a wife who cooks so well.
I definitely do.
And it also sounds like you have not lost the ability to enjoy the good things to be enjoyed in your life. Or do you feel that like you have lost the capacity to have pleasure in doing or enjoying things that you have done usually?
Not at all. As I just said, I love every meal my wife puts together so creatively and tastefully. I also enjoy going to the gym at 7 a.m. I go that early every day as if I was going to work afterwards, just like I did when I was working, and feel so refreshed. I love to spend time with my son and his cat too, but to be honest with you, what I enjoy the most in this world is to do the type of work that I do. So it feels like a big loss to me, not only not to have my usual and very good source of income, but to have lost my greatest source of enjoyment and fulfillment. So coming out of the gym, getting a shower, and then breakfast as if I was going to go to work is the hardest part of my day. because once I am already, there is no job to go to.
It must feel so discouraging to sense that not only you are missing your income, but your greatest source of fulfillment, your job.
It is then that I begin to worry, thinking, I cannot make my wife happy. I cannot provide for her and our son, and nobody